on social media is that there's a lot of political influence, given the fact that political parties insisted on selecting members onto the selection panel. That is one. Two, the fact that now Raila Odinga, who was key in that discussion, is now working directly with William Ruto, who was on the other side of the table in that discussion. It would appear that then the political inclusion there is now lopsided towards one side. Do you share some of these concerns in the ongoing process?
It's not a secret. Remember, the formula of getting the selection panel was changed from initially what it was because of the concerns that Raila Odinga took to the streets. And remember, before there was a clear formula bylaw, and what happened in the amendments, the IEBC amendments that were brought to Parliament, brought about the issue of political parties being involved in the process. Before, there were different umpires, institutions, and a few representatives now from political parties. But when you see, for instance, the UDA has its executive director sitting in the panel. ODM has a number, not just one. Both UDA and ODM have a number of panelists who are there courtesy of their political party. Under the circumstances, remember that from June 25th last year, the operations of government ceased to operate as a Kenya Kwanza government. It is no longer Kenya Kwanza. This is a broad-based government. William Ruto has brought in Raila Odinga. So what it means is that all the panelists actually belong, they are one-sided. Whether they will get a genuine and a good umpire to oversee the issues of election, it raises a question. Actually, you begin from a question mark. From where I sit, I don't think that we are going to get, it's already predetermined. You might not single out to say this is the person who will become, but remember, even from the shortlisting, you can already tell where it is going. For the chairman, for instance, it is headed towards a direction. You can see the dispute resolution chair for for UDA is already shortlisted. You can tell some familiar faces here and there. And even for commissioners, you can tell where it's going. But my main concern is that, remember, Kenya is not short of any law. So the people who come in as commissioners are supposed to stick to the book. But even the last IEBC, why there was somehow a bit of chaotic towards the end of the transmission of the results is because it took a political dimension. People were expecting certain results. The results maybe were not available, or one or the other, whatever you were expecting did not happen. So in my assessment and my genuine assessment, I think they are going to get commissioners, but by and large 80% not it's not very straightforward commissioners.
But there's also who argue that even elections are a political process, so it's not very wrong or